Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome to Friday. It's Friday. The end of the week is finally here. Been a long week, been a short week, been a good week. What's it been? Kind of week for you, John the Voice?
Been a week. Ahoy and good morning.
Good morning. Ahoy. We also have producer Nikki G over there.
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
So you got enough for two microphones
Look at
today,
that.
so we went over there.
There we go.
Microphones, cameras, action. Nikki
Got it
G.
all.
We don't have Boss Man Matt this morning.
We do not.
We gave him the day off.
We did. Jim says, and then the chat.
Hi, Jimmy.
And
Ahoy, Denise.
And good morning to the skipper, Tim Elliott.
Good morning. Good morning to you all. Ahoy to you all. I bumped into Kelsey yesterday. Mm-hmm. She's still watching,
Oh, yeah.
but she's very quiet. She doesn't like to join in the conversations.
Join in the conversation, Kelsey. Come on. You can do it. Every once in a while. Just
Kelsey, did you see the show? Oh, she turned around and smiled and said, I see it every morning.
Oh, yeah.
So she's there. Good. Ahoy, Kelsey. We ahoyed yesterday when I saw her.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. So, John, Friday, you had Thursday night football.
We did. We had Thursday night football last night. We had the Bengals and the Ravens, so it was a good time. So we
Who is the favorite there?
the favorite was the Ravens, who ended up actually winning the game.
Okay.
It was close, though. Almost went to overtime. They came down to the end, and the Bengals decided to go for two when they scored a touchdown to try to win the game. And, so it was either going to win or lose on the based on the play, and they did not get it. So also, yes, Jed, happy Hawkeye Football Friday. That is correct.
Hawkeye
Absolutely.
football tomorrow.
Yep.
Out in the Rose Bowl.
Not today. It's yeah. I believe it's today, isn't it? Is it a Friday game this week, or is that next week in Nebraska?
No, Nebraska's right after Thanksgiving.
Hold on, now you got me. Now you got
on the 30th.
You got me questioning everything now.
I don't know. I think the game is more late in the day.
Yeah, because it's out.
But I thought it was tomorrow. But maybe it is. Maybe
out
they
there.
have two Friday games.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Okay.
It's the morning. Hold on, November 8th. No, it's November 8th. It's November 8th. It's the schedule. Yeah,
So
8 p.m. today.
8 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
8
So
p.m.
now
tonight.
we got something to do tonight.
My spidey senses were correct.
Very good.
Yes.
That's odd to have two Friday games. I am not, other than Thanksgiving weekend, I like that, having a game on Friday there, because there's a lot of football going on.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't like college playing on Friday throughout the year, and I know they have been.
Well, you should write a letter to someone.
Like it, what's it going to do? Not going to do a thing.
Well, it's just another day for us to enjoy football. So that's the
Well,
way
I
look at it,
understand,
so.
but I also think they're taking away from high school. The high school is Friday night, and although we're in the playoffs,
I was going to say we should be close to.
sure,
Close to
but they've been
finishing up here.
but college has been playing all year on Fridays,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they started this last year too. I'm just not a fan of it, John.
Yeah,
I'm old school.
Well,
I'm a grumpy old bastard.
I think the people in Washington, Iowa that are invested in will go to their high school game first, and then they will catch the Hawks later on.
Yeah.
Right. Especially since it's UCLA instead of like a marquee
8
matchup.
o'clock, yeah.
Right. But then also because it's like the involvement, like family first, right? I think we still live in a small area where family values matter and things like that. So I think people will do that and they will support their locals.
What if the game was home?
Well, that's what I mean. If
No matter what, you think people are still going to high
home,
school?
if it was home, the people who are invested in the boys in our local team, they will go to that first. I believe that.
Okay.
Now, would there be some that might decide? Sure, but that means they're not invested, right? So if I had a son playing here, and my sons aren't old enough for that level of football yet, but someday, but I would absolutely. It wouldn't even be a question for me. It's like this is my family. These are my actual people. So
you have box seats at Kinnick.
So I do not have box seats.
Yeah, but you do. We're going down this path. You have box seats at Kinnick, and you have a son playing for the University of Iowa, and you have a son playing for Washington. What do you do? Because they're both playing on Friday night now.
Am I married or single still?
Yeah, you're single.
I would be going to the high school game. Let me tell you why. Because if my son is playing at this point of the season, it's the playoffs, as we've talked about. In a playoff game, significantly more impact. And it also depends on if the second son have a future in football and college. If he doesn't, that also adds to it, because then this is some of his last games.
He's the backup quarterback behind Cade McNown.
Cade McNown. Now you're just pulling out UCLA references and Bear references. See, you can't.
Cade,
you can't
whatever
just.
his name, McNamara.
You can't just move the goalposts.
That's how much I know
UCLA.
this kid. Cade
Oh,
McNamara.
well, if he's the backup quarterback at Iowa, then I'm definitely going to the high school game. Like 100. Right? You just made it easy for me, Tim. Like 100%. Yes. No, it's yeah. Because there's more games, right? There'd be more games, and then if it's high school games, this runs the risk of it being the last game.
I just think, John, I am more a traditionalist. That Friday night is high school night.
Sure.
Period.
Yeah.
And I don't think that college should infringe upon that. Would the professional league be very happy if college started playing on Sundays?
No, probably not.
Probably not.
But
so
maybe.
why pick on the high school league? That's my whole point.
Yeah.
I know we're all fans, and I'm just saying, stay in your lane. Mm-hmm. It's Saturdays. That's all you get.
I love seeing you passionate about something with sports. It's good. It's good.
I have passion.
Well, I know that. I know that. I mean, I just say wrestling, and then you're like me. Like you just go.
Were this close to an invite tomorrow.
Yeah.
But my son's gonna go.
Yeah, that's all good. I will have my boys this weekend anyway, so probably wouldn't have
All right.
worked out.
We'll get together on dates.
I'd like that.
And I've got them kind of written out. I'll send you a text or something.
Yeah.
And if one of those maybe works, then I can get you in one of those.
That'd be fine with me.
Yeah. So I am looking forward to wrestling tomorrow, 1:00. Got a little work to do, so I'm going to get there right at the start time. But
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Kinnick fill up and start of a new season. That's all I got to say about wrestling.
I'm assuming you mean Carver Hawkeye, but
oh yeah, what did I say?
you said Kinnick. I was like, that's going to be
I meant
cold.
Carver.
I'm like, that's going to be really cold during the season.
Well, you remember one year
Yeah,
they did it?
Yeah.
I was at that meet too. That was in, I think, October.
I think it's really cool when they do stuff like that. I mean, they did it for the wrestling. They did it for the women's basketball team, right? They do it for. I think it's awesome when stuff like that is kind of mixed. It's awesome.
What did I don't even know if it was on TV. The Hawkeye ladies played basketball the other night. Did you watch any of that? Or
I
know
did
anything about
not.
it?
I did not.
Yeah, I think that transfer is going to be pretty good.
Olsen, yeah.
She's not Caitlin Clark, but nobody is.
No, but I like we were talking about this. I think the other day maybe was I love that they are like nowhere near the top 20 whatever
not even,
else. I think they're being
not even top 10.
I think they are being a little bit grossly underestimated.
Oh yeah,
I think, and I like that because maybe they'll play with a little chip on their shoulder. So we'll see. Or who knows? They could just not, and they might be ranked correctly. We don't know.
Could be.
I like to believe the.
It's hard. Forward. It's hard to when you take that kind of production out of your lineup. Mm-hmm. There was not just Caitlin. There was 3 seniors there.
Oh yeah,
that were pretty active.
Absolutely.
But there's not slouches behind them.
Nope,
for sure.
not at all.
A lot of girls played. We got anybody we need to say hello to?
There's a whole bunch of comments in the. We
good
got,
morning,
Cindy
good, ahoy, Hannah.
Yep, everybody was all over the 8:00 today Hawkeye game. Whenever we said that, there was about 4 comments. It's today. It was today. Yes, we got. Let's see here.
That's my daughter, Hannah.
Oh, I know, absolutely. Okay. We got Denise. We got Jed. We got there? Jeff. We got Jim. We got as Tim would say, the whole gang over there at KCTC. We got the whole gang up in here.
Greta. Good morning, Greta. Ahoy, Greta.
Martha.
I'm so used to saying ahoy or good morning. My brain's not working right.
Jeff also wants to know, is Iowa Wrestling on the Big Ten Network?
I'll look that up at break. It might be on Big Ten. I'll look that up, Jeff, and I'll get you an answer after break. Good Lord, somebody turned the heat up, didn't they?
Yeah, they really did.
Are you feeling that?
Feels amazing.
Nick is like, I figured this out about Nick. Nick is like, I don't know. He just like the heat could be so intense in here. That's why I did not wear sleeves today. With this, I just was like, it's gonna be hot as hell in there, so it's gonna be fine.
I don't know what made this thing kick on. I mean, it's chilly out this morning.
Yeah,
but it is.
But it was already warm enough in here.
It's not
Matt,
bad.
if you're listening somewhere, get it together. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd think a fiscally responsible manager of this establishment would want to keep the bills down.
Well, here's the thing. He's in because I've been complaining about this for over 190 episodes, or at least in the winter times of these episodes. I said, how hot it is in here. He says, well, the problem is the thermostat's elsewhere, so it's warm in here, but it's cold other places.
Sure. Well, sounds like they need to completely re-overhaul their HVAC and heating system just to accommodate us. Is what I feel is necessary.
Move the thermostat in here, or shut the vents off, or something.
Something. Hey, speaking of things that are hot,
okay.
So Martha says Sullivan is starting.
Sullivan is starting. What is that?
I'm going to start worrying about you.
I don't know what that is.
Sullivan, the quarterback for Iowa.
Oh,
starting.
okay.
Yes, he is starting.
Well, geez, we just went from Heat to Sullivan.
That's why I made a transition. I said, speaking of things that are hot. That was the
My mind went elsewhere.
That was the transitionary phrase. But yeah, yes, he is, Martha. He is starting, and we are excited about that. And yeah, he should be.
No extra comments from Coach Ferentz on that.
He should be. So, where has Tim been, John? Is what Jim is saying. I don't know. I'm not sure, Jim. I'm not sure. He just left us for a minute, and now he's back.
Friday. I'm tired, Jimmy. I'm tired.
He is tired from carrying the weight of the show all week long. Heavy as the head that wears the crown.
I'm starting my exercise routine again in the morning.
Nice.
Yeah, that needed to happen. I had like 3 months off.
Yeah,
that's too long.
It is. It is indeed.
I like my routine. You got a good routine in the morning, Nikki G? Oh boy.
No, not really.
No, not really. Okay. Plenty of words out of Nikki G this morning. Nope, not really.
Ahoy, Paula. Paula just joined us this morning.
Paula, that reminds me. Paula sent me a text. I'll share some of the things that Paula sends me. I'll go right here. She sends me things like this. Taller people sleep longer in bed. Just in case you wondered.
Just in case.
You don't sleep, you know, you're a little short of me. I sleep longer in bed than you. My friend in Quebec is a heavy drinker. In fact, he drank Canada Dry.
Hey, Canada Dry ginger ale is my favorite ginger ale.
It's good ginger ale.
I just, better than Schweppes and whoever else. Canada Dry ginger ale is, and this is my favorite time of the year for it because you start getting the cranberry ginger ale from Canada Dry because of Thanksgiving.
Ooh, and did not know that.
Oh yeah, you put it on ice. That sucker is delicious. Absolutely delicious.
And last one from Paula, because I'm not going to do the other one, Paula, but I will do this one. Puns about poop aren't my favorite, but they're a solid number 2.
Oh my God. You should have saved those for the dad jokes at the end of the day.
Well, I'm just trying to put a smile on your face now. Thank God the furnace kicked off.
It just stop.
I hate to keep beating on this, but the
it
heat
is
that
a little
is
toasty.
blowing up around me is incredible.
Yes. Meanwhile, Nick is over here like
smiling. You can undo your hoodie now.
I mean, are your shoes off? Is that how you're getting the ventilation going over there? Is that your secret? I mean, what are we doing?
So Sullivan's starting. That's good.
It is good.
I think it's we've beat it to death. We've talked about it a lot. Mm-hmm. The team is just better with him.
They are
behind center.
Definitely.
Period.
Even if McNamara is still hurt, right, or whatever else, even if he's healthy,
he's off protocol by now.
Yeah, he's way off protocol.
I'm not sure that he, I can't say if he was hurt or not, but
yeah,
that was the right move. And this is a big game because UCLA, their record does not show, but they're a fairly good ball club.
And every time we travel far west, it's the time change. It messes with you. Like
it's like playing a game at 10 o'clock.
Yes, it's like starting a game at 10 o'clock at night. So then we play until 1 in the morning.
Which I think would be easier to go that direction than the other way.
It is depending on the kind of person that you are, depending on what your routine is. I'm a night person. So whenever I traveled for work years ago, I traveled about 35 to 37 weeks a year, Monday through Friday, all over the country and like Canada and some other places. And I just dreaded going when I got, the notification, hey, you're going to New York City, LaGuardia, whatever. Okay, cool places to go, whatever. But I'd go to Washington, D.C. I'd go to, the different area like Philadelphia and some places down there. And the mornings were the worst because when you woke up, it felt like it was an hour earlier, right? And I am not a morning person by any stretch of the imagination.
Yet you're here.
Yes, and then at night, right?
He's here.
And then it was a double whammy because at nighttime, I was
You wanna stay up.
I want to stay up, and it was already later, right? If I used to fall asleep, 11, 12, whatever, it's actually later than that there. So, but when you go to the West Coast, oh my gosh, like it's great. Like as a night person, man, it's out there, it's like, all right, I'm winding down. It's 11 o'clock at night out there. Okay, I'm ready to go to bed. It's already 1 o'clock in the morning here. My body is definitely shut down. And then when I wake up, if I was to wake up at 6 in the morning out there, you know what I mean? It's 8 o'clock in the morning here. So my body feels like it's rested more. I said going west for me was always great. But if you are a morning person, the worst.
Yeah,
it would be the worst
good.
going the other direction. So,
Not good.
Yeah.
So I think that although, we have more an advantage going that way from the Midwest football wise. So they've taken their lumps with the exception of Oregon.
Yeah.
They've played very well wherever they're playing.
Yeah.
They're still ranked number 1, aren't they?
I believe so.
Yeah. Pretty good. They're pretty good. 7:30. Shall we take our first break, Nikki G?
Let's go for it.
All right, we'll be right back, folks.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
Ahoy, morning breathers. See, when it comes Friday, I can't talk. I can't think. I'm just mumbling, jumbling my way through this thing. John the Voice.
Would you like me to thank our sponsors, or you got that okay?
Oh, you know what? Go right ahead.
Well, we'd like to say the Southeast Ohio Video Network is sponsored by KCTC, and Casey and all the gang over, as Tim would say it, KCTC.
Thanks, Casey.
Thank
You didn't give us
Casey.
time to say thanks, Casey.
Well, I was getting there.
Okay.
And then also the three of us here today are sponsored by Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh. Thank you, Willie.
Thank you, Willie.
Willie.
That was new. Just keep going. I'll just sit over here and I'll sit around and look at the screen. Ahoy, Genie.
I'm just trying to do a bunch of different things. We'll do set for the day later on. So,
by the way, Jeff, the Hawkeye wrestling match is on Big Ten at 1 o'clock. And
Big
if
Ten
you're
Network.
not doing anything, you should watch that.
fire it up.
It'll be good. We got Ben Keeter at heavyweight. He's a redshirt freshman. He's all right. He didn't do any football this year. All wrestling.
Yeah.
He's a phenomenal guy.
Rachel's
Lots of
here.
good
She
stuff.
says good morning.
Ahoy, Rachel.
Doing
Rachel's
great.
she's
She's taking over Tuesdays. Great job on Tuesdays.
She likes Tuesdays.
Absolutely.
We thought maybe we'd have her come in today, but I thought, let's have a little John the Voice time.
I was going to say what now. Martha's like, "Where's Boss Man Matt? I hope he didn't get fired." We gave him the day off today. Again, heavy is the head that wears the actual.
We have no authority to fire Boss
Yeah, I
Man
was going to say, and it's quite the opposite. Actually, he has the authority. I'm sure he is watching somewhere this morning.
Guaranteed, he's
being
listening.
like, "All right, what's what we're going to say with all this extra time that I gave him in my absence?" So there is that.
Boss Man Matt worked hard for us today.
He did.
And we will learn. We will learn as
He really
time
did.
goes on.
He will be here with us in spirit in
And
just a little bit.
wherever he is, he has to be listening.
Yeah.
Because he said he could stay till 7:30, so he's on the road.
Yeah.
He's listening somehow.
Well, it's always nice to be thought of when you're not here. Like for example, I think it was Wednesday. It was Wednesday. I tuned in to watch you guys, and it was just like, hey, I sent you guys a text, which I have to say, you broke the rules, Tim, because I sent you guys a text so as not to be in the group chat or on the public chat, and then it was like immediate.
Oh, we
John,
have to talk about you.
I was like, these are the rules. You can't tell people.
Well,
but, it's fine.
Yeah, but that rule is meant to be broken. So
It is.
We knew that you would really like to chime in.
I mean,
The day after the election.
We talked about this leading up to the election. I said, I don't know if it's a great idea for me to be there. I said, no matter who wins, I'm like, it'll be just because I am a auditory processor. Like I'm an externalizer. Like when I analyze things and when I ingest things, I have to talk about it.
Auditory processor.
So it makes it probably easy that I had a couple days to just like work things out of my system.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good.
Things are moving ahead on that. He's picked Trump has picked his chief of staff.
First woman in history.
Yeah.
As White House chief of
She's
staff.
apparently pretty sharp. I don't know anything about her, but she's apparently pretty sharp.
She was one of the two people that I think helped run his campaign. He thanked her on stage the night of the when he had his speech there.
Still a lot of races yet to be called.
I am so curious, and this probably just goes to my uneducated self. Why, and again, I don't care which way they go, why does it take some of these states so damn long to count these votes? Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't, and I know people say, well, some are mail-in and whatever else. That's fine, but if they're mail-in, then they, I know some states are different. They have to be in by the day of the election. Some it's up to 4 days.
Yeah,
and there's all these different
crazy,
rules.
the different rules.
But I'm like, how does it take this long? I'm like, my gosh, it just get it done.
I am actually surprised that the major race was called that quickly. But it wasn't that close either.
Agreed. I mean, it was
as close as we thought.
There was people, and I love why. I
mean, it did take some time.
It did, but I stayed up until almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I had some buddies over. We were in the garage because I just wanted to see how everything was going to go, and I loved bouncing around. It was like we had it almost on a timer. We would go to a different network like every 20 minutes or so, just to bounce around and see because it's obviously the same thing is happening, but from all these different perspectives. And then all the networks have 30 people a piece, and they're shifting people in and out. And so it was really it was kind of fun to watch all these different viewpoints of the same things going on. And I'm like, these individuals are doing the same thing we're all doing in our garages. They just get to do it on, worldwide television.
Right.
One thing I was so impressed with was there was a few different guys, and when they go to the maps with the technology, and how some of these men and women are able to break down what's happening at a county level, and just they're just flat out their ability to be on air and be that polished and those kind of presentation skills. And I know they got people in their earpiece telling them different things. We understand that.
But how hard is that?
But to have someone talking to you and going this way, I mean, it was pretty cool.
Hold it. Okay.
Yeah. Very, very, very impressive, certainly with all. But yeah, it was interesting. I was not expecting it to be as not close as what it was, right? I mean, it was early on, even in the states where President Trump lost, to see the difference of performance versus years and years out. I thought one of the wildest things I think I saw late in the night, I was on the CNN side of things, was when they were like, hey, we're going to break this down and show where Vice President Harris compared to President Biden by counties. Like, what counties did she outperform? And they clicked it. They're like, hey, here's where Biden was in 2020. And then they clicked, here's where Vice President Harris was now. And the entire screen went dark.
Wow.
There wasn't a single county. And Jake Tapper's like, Holy smokes, not a single one. I mean, it was not one county.
Oh, Jake.
It was wild. It was just to see. So certainly an interesting evening.
They're getting very creative. The networks on how they do all they do.
Yeah.
And but their viewership was way down. I read that this year.
Oh, yeah.
Way down.
Yeah.
And I chose not to watch it. I watched maybe 20 minutes of it and then went to sleep.
Yeah.
And decided I was going to wake up and figure out who won then.
There was a significant dent in the cigar stash in my garage. I can tell you that just from sitting through the night, through the entire night. But it's very. I think so too, and I think it was nice to kind of see some folks in the news media actually when the results all finally came out. They talked about, hey, we need to actually look ourselves in the mirror on how we report things to the American people, because they're like there were so many things that were just flat out. I mean, just wrong.
Yeah,
like on so many levels.
I agree, and I think that that internal look may or may not happen. I think it will on some networks. But
Yeah, I
not
doubt
all.
on others,
I
yeah.
know Jimmy Kimmel's he just can't wait to have 4 years of crying and moaning and. I cannot watch him any longer.
There was an interesting video. I mean, that's the other thing too. It's like we need to get back to like when Saturday night, late night comedy television was for that, like for comedy, not for like, virtue signaling and whatever else. But that night, the next night, Kimmel was on, and somebody did a video to where because he came on and just absolutely, blasted the whole thing. And someone did a video where they freeze framed and paused every time he made a statement. And then they brought up like the 38 different like alternate actual facts of what he said and how it was categorically false. So it's I don't know. There's a lot of fact checking in the world, a lot of all kinds of different things. Sometimes you'd love to just see it kind of hang out both sides of the aisle, but it is what it is, and on we go.
I personally am looking forward to Whoopi Goldberg leaving the country because she promised that she would.
We need a ticker on how many of these like celebrities and people that say, "Hey, we're leaving." And then they don't actually, like my favorite one was the last time that Trump was elected was Alec Baldwin. He was like, I'm leaving the country. Not only did he not leave the country, he made millions by impersonating Trump on Saturday Night Live for the next 4 years. Yep. I'm like, dude, you got more money as a result of me. It's funny.
Without a doubt.
Speaking of more money, did you see the stock market? That was interesting.
That was interesting. There's going to be a lot of movement here.
Oh, yeah.
There just is.
So much movement in the last 48 hours with different peace talks in different places, with all kinds of things happening. It was just interesting to see
Fed
the
dropped another quarter point, which will have no effect. Oddly enough, they dropped a half a point. It affected some things pretty quickly, but quickly mortgage rates, which is what I'm tied to, have risen. So that makes a lot of sense, but we'll get things. Everything will get worked out.
Yeah, I mean, in the span of 48 hours, my 401k went up $22,000.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, that seems all right.
That's okay.
That seems fine to me.
But in 48 hours, it can go down $22,000.
Yeah, it was just nice. It was like, oh, okay, this is cool.
7:42. We better take our last break.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Celebrate the season at the Mount Pleasant Festival of Lights. With over 180 dazzling light displays, it's the perfect holiday tradition for families, friends, and loved ones. Experience the magic from the comfort of your car, and on select nights, bring the kids to meet Santa himself. Don't miss this enchanting event that brings holiday spirit to life. For directions, dates, times, and ticket info, head to oldthreshers.com. The Mount Pleasant Festival of Lights, where holiday magic comes to life.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome back to our little show. This is show 190. We're thinking about getting the balloons out again in 10 episodes.
Hey, a lot of balloons.
Well, we just do it in 3.
And then 50 more, 250 episodes. That's kind of a big deal.
That'll be a big one.
Yeah.
200. I mean, that's nothing compared to like Joe Rogan and others, but for a little morning breath show, that's pretty good. Okay, John, are you ready? We get set
ready.
for the day. You don't get to do this very often.
I don't.
I never get to do it, and I don't care to.
I don't.
I don't think you have to worry about a thing.
Absolutely.
Just read. It's been prepared for us.
Matt has prepared this for me, so
therefore we shall read it.
Boss Ben Matt, it must be gospel. Okay, so temperature right now, we're going to get set for the day. Fairfield, Washington, Mount Pleasant, currently 40 degrees. We're going all the way up to a high of 61. Also, a high of 61, low of 41 across the surrounding areas. Things to do in Fairfield tonight.
Well, wait a minute. What about the weekend?
Oh, moderate temperatures today, but turning bitterly cold Saturday and a heat wave Sunday. So today's 61. Saturday, a low of -5 and a high of -25. Sunday, a high of 82 and a low of 68. Welcome to Iowa.
-25.
Minus
that
25.
Is a large disparity there. Okay.
Yeah, it's Iowa, and you just got to deal with it. Okay, Fairfield area, things to do. Elon Musk is planning to land his Titan rocket at the Fairfield Airport this weekend.
I've heard they've been preparing the landing area for that.
Yes, it will be accompanied by the Fairfield Community Band, weather permitting.
I'm assuming the band has to be there.
Yeah, it does, because how else would you do that? Also, at the same time in Mount Pleasant, Morgan Wallen, Taylor Swift, and Five Finger Death Punch will be the headline acts of a new music festival at the Old Threshers Ground in Mount Pleasant over Thanksgiving weekend. This will be a free event, so
of course.
No cost to you. So just
and
get
we
there.
knew about this because Nikki G is doing the lighting down there.
He is indeed, actually.
Isn't that correct, Nikki G?
That is correct.
All right.
Washington,
it's amazing we've been able to keep that under wraps because Nikki G's been in here talking to us about this.
I mean,
and we didn't talk about it at all.
And that's actually two of my favorite artists, Wallen and
Five Finger Death Punch.
I do love some Five Finger Death Punch. They are, they're definitely on my workout playlist a lot. Okay,
those guys and Taylor, they really do well.
Just like
together.
to shake it off while I'm doing the bench press. It's fine, so it's okay. All right, so the Sean Diddy Combs trial will begin Monday at the Washington County Courthouse after a change of venue request was actually granted. The proceedings are open to the public with an autograph and selfie session to follow.
Yeah, that one came as a surprise to me, but I think that was the gift that our new county attorney gave us. He arranged to have the Sean Diddy Combs trial here in Washington.
This day,
I'm going to be selling parking tickets in front of my building.
You should be. You should be.
Okay.
So on this day in 2024, Morning Breath hosts have caused riots and looting after people realized that Elon, Taylor, and Diddy are not going to be anywhere near Southeast Iowa at any time ever. Oh my word! I feel
there we go, folks.
Don, please tell me you were going along with the joke with us right now.
No!
we have things in the chat.
We've caused riots and looting.
Okay, so let's just be real clear. None of this is happening, people. We're not landing the Titan rocket in Fairfield, the Mount Pleasant area. Unfortunately, yes. Out of the 3. The second one could actually be a thing, except not free. But that could actually be a thing because Five Finger Death Punch would be doable. To be almost there.
I would think Morgan.
You almost had me. Rude. Don says, "Of course." I'm sorry, Don. Apologies.
Yes.
But no, this was all. This is what we said when we said Matt's spirit was going to be felt later on. Matt put all of this together.
We assume Matt did this.
I came in this morning. I'm looking at the sheet. I'm like, what the hell what is all this stuff? Like,
we committed to doing it straight faced. And I thought we pulled it off marvelously.
Straight faced.
It was almost like
way.
Orson Welles.
Almost, but
That's
not
pretty
quite.
good.
Pretty solid.
Let's do our joke and let's release these people.
A bike in town keeps running me over. It's a vicious cycle, Tim.
There's good cycles and there's bad cycles. This is a vicious cycle.
This one's a very vicious one.
Folks, thank you all for joining. Thanks for, hope that the set for the day put a smile on your face because that's what it was meant to do.
Definitely.
That was a lot of fun. That surprised the 3 of us because Matt is not here. We didn't see him at all this morning. So somewhere Matt is hopefully
Matt
grinning
is
largely or laughing out loud.
Dawn says, I knew it when I heard the rocket.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
But I don't know why he couldn't land that.
But if he
wherever
did,
the hell he wanted.
But if he did, the community band would definitely be there.
They
would be there. Absolutely,
without a doubt.
100.
Thank you all for joining this Friday. Go out and make. We got lots to do. I guess you can go to high school football or watch college football somewhere. Make your choice.
Choose wisely. Tim will be watching.
Choose wisely.
Tim will be judging you if you go. If you watch
we don't
the
have bad weather. It is supposed to rain a little bit, I think, this weekend, but still pretty good weather. I had some buddies I've talked to yesterday were on the golf course.
Wow.
So there was still time. Thanks again for joining. Do your like buttons and all that jazz, and please come back and join us Monday. Until then, have a great weekend.